game is just punishing when things aren't going well, and then it just throws a little sand in your face.
Not a lot.
Now listen, you gotta play for at least that front number.
Yeah.
57. You know, if it flies, there's nothing wrong with long.
Parallel to the first is the 18th. A fairway medal out for Shane Lowry, who's been adventurous the last few holes.
Yeah, he has been adventurous.
All right, I love it. Commit to your shot.
And this is exactly where, if your ball is rolling into that bunker, you're just hoping it's in the middle of the bunker and it hasn't stopped right at the front edge or got too close to the back, so at least you can have a good chance of getting up and down there.
Over to John Rahm with his second at
184. It's a jumper, this. We'll be saying this a few times today. Wind has picked up a little into the breeze, but that's not going to bother this ball. This will get moving pretty early.
Oh, sit down hard.
Yeah, just as you predicted, Anthony. Hard to control the distance, and that just into the wind, but it's down. Control the distance, and that just into the wind, but it's downhill the last 2/3 of this first green. Runs away.
He's been doing his homework, watching all of the past videos of Royal Liverpool.
Drawn a poor lie, McIlroy really has. Really sitting down. 175, a completely different sort of shot. Way out on the right-hand side. Happy to hit the green. This could do one or two things. Not quite sure myself.
What a brilliant shot. Bad angle. Shot. Bad angle. Suspect live. That's just Rory McIlroy. Has the power. And just as you said, Beef, from his angle, that was right up the middle of the green. Perfect.
I mean, he's made that look so easy. He's one of them players is just can hit any shot, can't he? He hits shots that we can't.
That was class. That's Justin Rose got with his third, Anthony.
Oh, brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Played wonderful last week. 146 for Justin. Third shot, looking to get up and down. Pretty much straight in at this angle, so this is doable.
Yeah, he's given himself a great chance to make 4 there. Man, he won't get too flustered.
Well, he's done it before, hasn't he? Winning the U.S. Open.
Abraham Ansah trying to get to -2. Ooh, lap of honour. That's 2 in a row now. After the putt that came on the previous hole. 3 birdies already on the card through 7.
This is game number 46. On the tee from the USA, Colin Morikawa.
He said when he saw the tee times come out, this might very well be his favourite pairing he's ever had, playing alongside. Just a matter of time until Matt Homer finds his feet in the majors. He's won 6 times already as well on the PGA Tour. Comes into the week as the world number 8.
On the tee from England, Tyrrell Hatton.
This man right here is a great watch. Just sit back. He is going to entertain us. Never know what you're going to get. He's like Forrest Gump, a box of chocolates. You never know which one's going to come out.
We saw everything in that final round last week. He had the lead on the back nine at various stages, came home with a broken sail.
15 now.
He's had a love-hate affair with the Open. On as high as fifth. And a myriad of miscuts as well. Which Tyrrell Hatton's going to show up this week?
It is the box of chocolates, but he wears his heart on his sleeve, and he's a guy I play with quite a lot, and even when you think he's lost it, he hasn't.
Very slow putt for Rahm uphill, especially the first two-thirds of this. Then it levels out. It is a little bit of wind. If there's any wind on the putt, it is helping from the left. Most of the time around the Open, there's either so many people or such big grandstands.
Chance to get the day moving.
He's having a second look, slight misread, but from where his ball was hitting his second shot in, I think he'd be happy with 4.
Especially from the sounds of the line there as well. What he had with the iron in. It's an opening par for Rory McIlroy.
Oh, this is such a momentum builder, this.
That's a couple times we've seen Marcel in that inside a 10-foot range. Kind of pull one a little left. That won't please him. Rose for par after having come out sideways out of the fairway bunker. Got the same read that McIlroy got. That just breaks a little bit left, something they're not seeing.
Yeah, the greens a lot. Flat, really subtle, so they can be really difficult to read. And when you stand there and you're having an iron, do I hit this just inside the hole, just outside it? They can be really tricky when it's subtle.
All three of the group of Finau, Thomas and Hovland found the green at the second. Hovland a little longer than the others.
And you've got to have good approach putting if you're going to win the Open. So many times, because of conditions and hole locations, you're this distance away from the hole. Oftentimes, you have to play away from the hole. It's a percentage play. Going up a little step.
The greens are rolling beautifully as well, aren't they?
The entire golf course is presented just unbelievably perfect.
Hearing that Ricky Fowler hit his second shot out of bounds down the last, so this for a 6. So it's going to be a double bogey finish. And a round of 71 in the end. Shane, after the birdies out at 15 and 17, They're always hard-earned down the stretch, especially at 17. It's going to take its victims, the 18th.
As I've said earlier, that out of bounds is so tight.
Rory McIlroy and co have made the short walk down to the second tee.
Yeah, Tyrrell Hatton down the right, as we've seen so many. Actually, this morning it was more left. Taking all the trouble out of play, obviously, apart from the rough. McIlroy just going to flight this down breeze. This could run, well, certainly within 100 yards. Drove the ball beautifully last week.
I missed it right off the first tee, and this one looks to be going right as well. You want to get rid of that one before you get to 3T.
There's a time to do it. 3 isn't it? So we'll find out where that ended up for McIlroy. Back to Morikawa.
As you said, Jay, if you're going to lay it up, you've got to hit the fairway. To a 5 out of the rough is not ideal into that wind.
Rory went to driver. Rahm going with the iron.
Just easing one down. They're using the breeze, Jay. I like this play. You stay out these fairways bunkers this week, you'll have a good week. That is a fact.
Keep going right. Keep going right. Keep going right. Might get away with it.
Was hoping for a little of the so bad it's okay down that right-hand side. Not quite in the trodden down area. Let's go back to 1 second for Homer.
Homer with that characteristic fade. That's that right hole location. Suits him well, right over the top of it.
Iron as well for Justin Rose, Anthony.
Yeah, strange one. Rahm missing it so far right. It's not the widest of fairways. It's quite a good angle, actually, just to pop one down there. It's this hole I always think is always about the second shot. There's so many, they're so guarded by the bunkers around these greens.
Always are starting to get quicker.
It's starting to get quicker, and this is, as you're playing, this is stop, stop, stop. Oh.
Yeah.
2 for 2. The way that ball dropped in, he's not going to have a stance either. It's going to be very difficult. We're going to see this throughout the week. I mean, they are truly hazards this week, unlike normal when you can hit a 5-iron out.
82 of them around the course, aren't there, Jay? 82 chances to make bogey.
82 one-stroke penalties out there.
Yeah.
Lowry has this one swinging off the slope, the left fringe.
Oh. Whenever you see a player like that bending, hands on their knees, you know it's close.
Larry signs for a round of 72 today. So close, but no reward down the last.
Again, speed is key here. Going up the slope, downwind can be quite tricky. Yeah, it's a good putt there.
Here that Tyrrell Hatton's found the front edge of the green in the group ahead of the one that's about to go out now. One of the most familiar faces in golf. It's Mickelson to the tee.
This is game number 47. On the tee from the USA, Phil Mickelson.
Champion golfer of the year at Muirfield, one of the fairest tests. A lot of people say that there are comparisons to be drawn from there to here as well at Royal Liverpool. Taking the iron.
Yeah, I mean it's gonna leave a long second in, but
Years old, Phil Mickelson. Over to 2.
Just at the base of the slope, so the first third of this putt is uphill. Not far away, but the difficulty going up the slope makes distance control tough, and it fooled Justin Thomas.
I feel like he needs to knock this one in, try and get some momentum. Yeah, lovely. Hopefully that puts him on a nice finish.
The men to watch on the DP World Tour this year. Over to Victor Hovland. Putting back towards it at 3. And very nice weight.
Mostly across for McIlroy, just an iron, just trying to feather this finishing really left half. Opens up the green. Such a controlled swing.
Yeah, he's swinging beautiful at the moment, he really is. It looks under control, able to hit that stinger.
Said he didn't remember much until he kind of started to see the holes again and get familiarised. It's been 9 years since his victory here.
Excellent birdie chance for Tony Finau. Yeah, some of these greens are so subtle. Tough to read.
Tough to find the fairway as well from back on the tee. What club are you pulling from back here, Wally?
Well, ideally you want to get it to the corner, which is 250. But with the wind off the right, it sort of does narrow the fairway down. So I think sort of 3s and 4s all week if it stays this direction. Right to left, looking right, wrong. Testing that corner.
The only entirely bunker-free hole on the course. No fairway bunkers, none around the green. Quite unusual on a links course.
Just flanked by death, all down the right side instead.
Yeah. It's been a bit of a rough start for Justin Thomas. And this is for par. It's just off the green on the collar. And up to there, that's a nice putt. Ought to settle him down a little bit.
Thomas, you talked about trying to get into the round. You know, what kind of things are these guys feeling and trying to, you talk about what's the process of doing that in a major championship?
Well, the anticipation of getting started in a championship like this is so big, it builds up through the week. So you just kind of, you get on the golf course in the first few holes, it's just you taking everything in and you're just trying to feel the golf course under your feet. And then after 2 or 3 holes, they really get focused and determined and settle into the round. They just need to not make any big mistakes early on. That can unsettle them more. But if you don't make any big mistakes early on, they seem to find their way and then they start moving along in the round.
The nerves settle. Par at 1 for Mickelson. Nice shot in there for Colin Morikawa, getting the assist off the back edge of the bunker at the second hole. It just drifted its way back down the ridge. It's only a pace or 2 short of that pin position. Marcel Siem has made his way to 17. It's always looming, even with just a little wedge in hand.
Uh-oh. Okay.
Out in now.
Ooh. You know, this hole is called Little Eye. They say it's named after an island in the distance. No, it's because you get an ocular twitch when you get on that tee and look at the hole. Hatton at the second. Perfect tee shot. Flag up on that back left plateau. It's okay. greens, so many of these greens are raised. If you go long there, you go over the back and you've got nothing to work with. Just 354 yards. We saw Christo Lamprecht this morning, one of our co-leaders, a young South African amateur, hit driver into the greenside bunker and then have to go sideways.
Finau finds a fairway. You said that you had a chat with Christo the other day and that you felt like you were standing in the bottom of a pool talking to him, Tony.
Yeah, I was down in the deep end and he was up on the paving. I got a sore neck looking up at him. The guy's a giant. And the most polite, nice youngster. That's a beautiful motion, isn't it? Totally natural.
So fluid. Over to Hovland at the 4th. Playing alongside Finau today.
Yeah, nice little bounce there into the fairway, and that's perfect from Victor Hovland.
You'll see so many interpretations of how to play depending on what game you bring to Royal Liverpool. Tiger Woods did it hitting just one driver in 2006. Rory McIlroy overpowered the golf course 8 years after that. That's the out of bounds, the old racetrack that feeds its way into the narrative down the 3rd.
And turned back into the breeze. 207 for McIlroy. It's a bit of barometer to see how you're feeling with this right pin. You never quite know. You want to go left of this, but oof.
Yeah, he's happy with that. He's just heading towards the centre of the green from where he was. He really never wanted to take that flag on. That's all you're trying to do in this hole this week. Just get it in the middle of the green, make 4, get on with it.
Let's go to 16. Antoine Rosner, the Frenchman, for a birdie. Oh yes, 3 under par. And into a tie for 3rd.
Got out of jail at 15, finds one on the very next. Just the 2 left to play for the Frenchman.
Absolutely.
.195 for John Rahm. Perfect second for McIlroy. Like Thomas said, he's just find the green, move on. Same for the Spaniard.
Looks like a more aggressive line. Oh, and that's the danger. I think he struggles to play away from flags, Thomas. He's got that aggressive bent, hasn't he? Where just instinct, he wants to have a go.
He definitely does. When he's in good position, he'll go for them any day of the week. Marcel Siem, wasn't a great shot, but he's found the green on 17 down the hill. Oh, this is going at pace.
Bit of a test of that. It's incredible, really, isn't it, Thomas? 126 yards, and there's not one guy in the field that walks off there today with 3 and is disappointed.
Definitely. There's holes like that on links golf courses, but that's one of those. It's like the postage stamp at Troon, you know, you just 3 is a good score.
Looking good for Colin Morikawa. Nicely done. Gets that drop shot back from the first hole.
It'll fly. It'll fly. It's going to fly to 28. Yes. Okay.
Great little view from here at that tuck left flag at the 4th, ahead of Tony Finau.
Amazing how low his hands are at addresses. His left hand is nearly touching his left thigh. Great control.
You get the perfect tee shot away on a hole, and then all of a sudden you have the perfect line into these flags, and then you can set yourself up all day long. Justin Thomas, second shot. This is only a gap wedge. Get this dancing with just a bit of spin. There you go.
I'll see him return putt for the par. Oh yes. A slightly disappointing tee shot. Got away with it. 3 is fine.
We've seen 2 good shots in here from this group. Tony Finau and Justin Thomas. Victor Hovland, I'm sure, is going to follow them in close. Just 119 yards. Just didn't quite sound right, did it? It just sounded a little bit heavy.
Hatton has been given an idea of the pace and I suppose a bit of the line from Morikawa. Oh, beautifully done. I think he's up for this. He loves links golf, as most of us do.
Brian Harman, and this is for birdie. They're loving this. They really are loving this at the moment. We've seen some nice putts going in, taking advantage of good conditions out there. Perfect golf weather, isn't it? Perfect. Like just in between putting a jumper on and a t-shirt. Brits will be in t-shirts, the Americans will be in jumpers probably, but that's the way it is, what you're used to.
Ball on the way from long range for Sahith Theegala. Oh! You are kidding. Needed it. Hasn't been his day so far. Maybe that's the turning point.
Yeah, it's been a tough old run for him, hasn't it? That'll make him feel an awful lot better. It just gives you that belief that things are not all bad. Gets up and, I mean, this is motoring. His caddy's thinking, please get down. Well, it did. About 5 inches down.
Tricky one for John Rahm here. Just off the back foot, bumping it along. That's one of the shots you really only practice on links golf, and he's executed that to perfection.
An interesting feature of the third, the right part of that grandstand is actually within the out of bounds as well. The out of bounds kind of feeds its way through the columns of the corner. Never seen that before. Have you, Anthony?
No, Ali. There's a lot of changes actually. Every year seems to evolve beautifully.
So close to the action now.
Ah, it's brilliant. Just the will of all the fans wanting everyone to do well. They just want to watch great golf. Actually had quite a good lie there, Rahm. This one's surprisingly pretty straight for McIlroy. Might have a little bit of left to right at the end, but so little. Looks a quick green, this.
That's a lovely try. Look at the crowds. I think when the draw came out, the fans must have been salivating, drooling, itching to watch this group.
Yeah, I was sitting next to Martin Slumbers the other night at the Golf Writers dinner, and he said it was all coincidence that these three were playing together.
Hearing this was for a par for Alexander Bjork. Uncharacteristic for a man that's been inside the top 10. I think it's 6 of his last 8 starts. So he's going to drop at least one there. Over to Justin Rose.
Yeah, bogey start for Justin Rose, and this is for par. in. Very good putt. There was a lot of pressure on that. It really was. You definitely don't want to start with 3 straight bogeys.
We saw Hovland come up short and feed that down the fairway. Electing to putt it, as so many will do on these pure fringes, and that'll do just fine. Thank you.
Little bit of a tester here for Jon Rahm. He's just having another thought about the line. It wasn't the most confident stroke on the second green. I think he can go a little bit harder at this one. It's slightly up the hill. No problem.
Just 5 birdies made at the third. It is the third hardest hole on the golf course. Quite a firm start.
Justin Thomas. Birdie chance at 4. Ooh, wow. It really did dive, didn't it? Got that little shoulder from the bunker just intruding into the green, and it has an effect on that pin position.
Marcel Sim on the last hole of the day.
Oh, man, this must have been
Got to get lucky.
Still going.
So my understanding of the rules there is that he gets to drop it on the inside of the fence. Is that correct?
Yes, well, if you're outside the fence and if the fence is between the hole and within 4 club lengths of the ball, you can swing to the inside of fencing.
The voice of Jinwoo Kim helping us out with the rules. Ball's on the way for Rory McIlroy. He finds the fairway at the 4th. One under through 3. 3 pars to here for Jon Rahm.
A bunker down the right alley, 241. Just a nice cooling sort of 1 club breeze helping, so just looking left of that. I think it's the play early in the week. No point going for this green just yet.
Let's go, Rambo!
Oh, first bounce was good, second bounce not so much, but the ball's visible.
Come on, John, head up.
That'll be okay for Rahm.
So, just like cruise in there, thank you.
Settling start, I felt, for Justin Rose. There's so many people out of here. I mean, it really is quite incredible. Jon Rahm possibly 1 or 2 poor ones, I think. Maybe a lack of golf. But a pretty simple iron shot down the fairway. It's quite a flat fairway for a links fairway. There's not much here.
And that's better from Justin Rose. Finds the middle of the fairway. Set up a birdie opportunity, I'm sure.
He and his wife Kate were given a nice little award the other night at the dinner you spoke of, the Association of Golf Writers Award, for their contribution to the game through the Rose Ladies series. Nice stuff. It really has made a huge difference, especially to English golf, their contribution, Thomas.
Absolutely, it was a wonderful to hear them talk with the passion about it the other night. It's it's tough, dark times for everyone in the world, Oh, this is going right. Oh, that's miles out for Colin Morikawa to redrop. But yeah, the passion they showed at those dark times, and the women golfers around the world were suffering probably more than anyone, and they set up this series, which was fantastic and well deserved to get recognised by the golf writers.
Slowly down the hill goes Antoine Rosner. It's kind of trying to wring out as much out of the towel from up there as he can. Put up for his par at 17 though.
Mickelson. Birdie chance at 2. Par start.
Has the company of Nick Taylor, the Canadian Open champion in his home country, and Adam Shank, who I'm delighted to hear that it seems like his golf clubs have shown up. Jamie Spencer's hot-footed it to the group of Hovland, Finau and Justin Thomas.
Yes, you'll have 5th hole, par 5, wind in off the right, some bunkers up the right, it's the gorse down the left I worry about.
I'd love to see the video of his swing when he was about 10, Thomas, because I reckon his swing probably looks exactly the same. It looks so natural, doesn't it?
Well, it really isn't. It hasn't changed in all the years I've known him, that's for sure.
And a driver for Hovland. That bunker on the right is reachable just about into this breeze. It's sort of caution of the players coming from about 2 o'clock as they play the hole. But it's easily reachable, this par 5 today. Got to make the most of the 5s here at Royal Liverpool.
Yes, Victor!
I'm not so sure he loves it. Just settled down as well, didn't it?
Looking for some control down breeze, McIlroy. Lovely clean lie, actually, 135. This left-hand pin, I think he can certainly get it pin high, sort of 8-10 feet right of it. A little bit of a ridge where I think if you can catch that, it will pull up pretty quick.
Anything near them just gets sucked down into the bottom of the bunker.
21 is playing with this breeze.
That's a bad mistake from McIlroy. There was no need for him to do that.
This to polish off for the par, does so. Rosner and walks to the last 3 under par.
Spot on, Thomas. Yeah, he's just pushing the envelope a little bit there, McIlroy. I think he had plenty of room just right of it, pitching in a little upslope, as I mentioned. It was not a real issue, really. It's about 110, 112 to that front side. You must pitch past that, Justin Rose.
Well, that's a beauty. Nice hold putt there for par and 3, and now he's got that for birdie.
Love it. Yeah. Just get yourself a little room there. Right on that 4 is absolutely perfect. All right, buddy.
Decent lie, actually. He's got a little bit of weed just in front of the ball. Not going to bother John Rahm. This probably will have a bounce in this. Be amazed if he does run this. I think he'll just accept 15 long.
That's a good break. We could hear them discussing it. Trying to go at the number 4 on the TV tower, which was at least 7 or 8 yards right. He's undercooked it, and now he's got a little tester. But a heck of a lot better than being in the bunker. Oh my goodness.
Colin Morikawa hit it out of bounds for his second. So this is his 5th shot. It's a fairly easy chip. I'm not so sure it's easy when it's your 5th shot. And that's at best average for Morikawa.
Great shot in at the 13th for Adrian Ategi. And rewarded handsomely with a birdie too. He's inside the top 10 now.
Tyrrell Hatton, a long birdie putt at the 3rd. But please just give me 2 putts. Give me 2 putts and let me get out of here. I won't. Well, I will tempt fate. There's not many better in the world than Hatton from that range. We'll see if he can get it.
Just a hint on the downslope, but lots of sand under this for McIlroy. So if he can get the strike, he will have the control here. It's come out too low.
Sounded like he just didn't get enough sand with it. Sounded a little bit clunky. He's normally a very good bunker player.
Morikawa, this is for a 6 on number 3. And that's a good putt. That's a very, very good putt. Under the circumstances, excellent. Be a bit frustrated with that. Don't really know what happened on that second shot. Normally if it's a bad lie they'll go left more than they'll go right.
"25 feet or so really for Rahm. He's nearly 2 feet below the level of the green here. Clever little subtle changes over the years here at Hoylake. Bit of breeze as well in this right to left when it gets on top for Jon Rahm. These are never easy to judge because they're quite quick once they get on top as well. You can whiz away quite quickly.
That was a massive break. That was pretty clumsy. I tell you what, that was at least 20 feet past. Really got such good touch, but I mean, look at the speed on this thing. Bye. Hello.
I know what he's thinking. How unlucky am I that that didn't go in?
We're all the same, aren't we, Thomas?
Almost trying to take the corner on, I think. Bunker's in play, but he can go well left of those.
Sweet drive.
Yeah, it's quite a dogleg actually. It's a good chance. You'll see a lot of eagle putts this week at 5. 3 bunkers down the right. They're all in play with iron or with driver, so you've really got to hug the left side where all the gorse is, but use that breeze right to the left and into.
Oh, not too far left. Oh, well, that's adios. That's never going to be seen again. Certainly not by human beings.
Looking confident, as he always is, McIlroy. A win will just add to that. Makes the greats even better. Needs to find the fairway. Easily reaching 2. Don't need to go at this.
Ooh, I wonder if that stayed short of that bunker.
What are you looking at me for? I can see the same as you.
You're taller than I am.
If only that counted. We will find out the fate of Rory McIlroy down the 5th, the first par 5 on the golf course. But there's how it looks as we tick just past 4 p.m. local time here in Liverpool. It's still Lamprecht and Fleetwood that lead the way so far in the 151st Open, courtesy of those 66ers out earlier on today. But it's great to have you with us for what should be another special week in Open history. So many of the big names, the likes of Patrick Cantlay, Brooks Koepka, Hideki Matsuyama, as well as the world number 1, Scotty Scheffler, in with rounds of 70 today. Same too for Xander Schauffele. There's little doubt that perhaps one of the best stories of the day came from the local, the member here, Matthew Jordan, who got to hit the first tee shot out there today. Let's hear his thoughts with Rishi Prasad.
This is game number 1. On the tee from England, Matthew Jordan.
That was, the coolest thing I think I've ever experienced. But I think I was just praying that it missed the trap. It was okay, and we just went from there. It might be a bit raw, but certainly from what I can think of, it was just, one of the best feelings ever, that was. People were going nuts for me. But certainly when everyone's chanting your name and standing up and clapping you on every tee, it's absolutely brilliant. And as I say, you can't avoid that. I have to accept it because it's that good. Quite sure actually how it finished where it did. I was trying to hit it kind of 20 foot left. Yeah, very pleased, considering the occasion and the nerves, obviously. And of course, it's not actually playing as easy as you think. Certainly break 70 was very pleasing.
Would have been indeed. What validation. Those thoughts after his round, looking back on the day that was, that round of 69, he's seen this place in probably every set of conditions there is. And the footage of him out here as a 3-4-year-old swinging the club is nothing short of magic.
He's been a member here since he was 7. Oh my goodness. I just don't know how you get out of here. I think he's just going to, a 1-inch backswing and just trying to move it down into the flat of the bunker. And most of these bunkers have been redone. Most of them used to have an upslope to the lip, and they've flattened all of the bases out. They are a nightmare.
Coleman on the 4th. And that's why you should be looking right at this flag and not straight at it. He has gone straight at it, but that's where McIlroy made the mistake. You've just got to be careful.
4th shot for Tony Finau.
Tell you what, you get scared of these lips. It's not the first we're going to see. Take a couple to get out of a bunker, and I promise you it's not the last.
And such a relief when you do, after something like that. Glad to see the back of it. This is down the last for Antoine Rosner.
Out of the rough down the left-hand side. He's 3 under par. He's just trying to get this up there somewhere. He's had a good shot. Is that going to miss the bunker? Oh. As you keep saying, Tony, they're like vacuum cleaners, aren't they?
They really are. And those three bunkers up the left there are not that bad. They're not that deep, but they have got those sheer faces.
Found the green. Justin Thomas, long way from it though, at the 5th.
Well, his face tells its own story there. Definitely not happy with that.
Nor dare I say would Colin Morikawa be. Missing this green, like a number of players have, short at the 4th. Up the big slope. Could he? Thank you very much. What a bounce back. He's done it twice now, Colin Morikawa. How is he just one over par? It's 2 from long range that came at the second and the fourth now.
I'll tell you what. Was that a ball that came? Did you see him jump there? Did the ball come from the tee? I think that's why he was smiling.
Hot-footed it. Got away with it, perhaps. Hovland, that was tracking. But it will be just the par at the 5th. 5 pars to start. Well, the final tee time out there goes up at 4:16 this afternoon. The very final match of the day. It's Hurley Long, Seung-Soo Han, and Marco Penge, who got through qualifying. A name very well known in the UK as a talent. He's been brought unstuck by a knee surgery, as I understand it, the last year or two. Great to see him back, though. He said it was the best week of his life at St Andrews 12 months ago, and he's back again. There he is.
This is game number 52. On the tee, from Germany, Hurley Long.
His birthday tomorrow. Where else would you rather spend it than at the Open?
It's been a long wait. I've had this tee time, and it is a really long day. You're excited about playing in the Open, and you're going to wake up early with the excitement, and it's a long day. It seems like it's never going to get there, and then now you're ready to go. That was worth waiting for.
On the tee, from the USA, Seung-Soo Han.
Korean-born American. Won the Korean Open, in fact, earlier this year. He too, like Hurley Long, making his debut in the Open. How special that is.
On the tee, from England, Marco Penge.
Came here, walked around for the 2014 Open. This time he gets to pull the clubs out. It's what golf is all about. Very nearly missed it. Had to shoot 65 in his second round in the qualifier at Dundonald Links to make his way here.
Aiming well left. If you get a lie, that's a pretty good spot to be. Good angle to that right hole location, and the final game is on the way here at the 151st Open Championship. Finau for his par. Just needed a bit more pace. It would have held the line.
Max home on 4 for birdie. I've seen this right to left putt. And he reads it correctly, unlike the others. That's a nice birdie there for Max.
Justin Thomas for birdie at the 5th, and we've been joined in the box again by Andrew Beef Johnson. First birdie today gets back to even par, so moving in the right direction.
Well, Rory McIlroy stopped short of that bunker.
Yeah, been lucky. 225. Just got to be careful with the lip of the bunker here, Thomas. I think he's going to have to just cut this a little.
Well, that's a poor one from McIlroy.
Yeah, you can see him pointing to the lip of that bunker. Certainly affected his shot. Is Rahm ready to go?
Yeah, definitely an issue. I thought it might have been, but never really aimed left. He just aimed straight and cut away. 220 from the perfect spot. Right hand pin, one to stay away from, but the wind off the right will certainly get this whizzing down the left. This is when Rahm's at his best.
I don't think that's too bad of a miss there. No, he's got tons and tons of green to work with, so if you're going to miss it, that's not a bad spot at all.
We head up to the 18th. This is Antoine Rosner for his third shot up against the lip. He should be able to get this one out. Oh, that's popped right up in the air. It wasn't easy. It was easy enough to get it on the green, but it certainly wasn't easy to get it anywhere near the flag.
This hole, he's got to be careful about going too long here.
Right down the middle.
Yeah, I think it's quite a difficult pin to get right back to there, because if you hit it too long, it's over the back.
Brian Harman for a birdie 2 at the 9th to get to 3 under.
Oh, he can roll it, this guy. When he gets on a run, he really can roll it. That's an excellent start. Excellent front 9 of 32. 3 under par, no bogeys. Just a slight breeze off the right there. Maybe a little bit into as well. Right down the flag.
Anything long and left here at 6 is a bad miss. Back to Homa. Tee shot at the 5th with less than driver. McIlroy's come up short and to the right, Anthony. Looks like a pretty grassy lie from our view.
Yeah, not much green to play with. Justin Rose hit 3 wood down the left after taking a drop. So rightly so, went a little bit further left than he would have wanted, but he's left himself the whole green to play with, so McIlroy will wait.
sorting themselves out. We'll go back to the tee with Morikawa. He's also electing a 3-wood. He's just heading down the right-hand side. Just spun up a bit. That's okay. It's a long way back, though.
Heavy, heavy lie.
Go on, get there.
Oh, there's some shot there. That was not a good lie. And to get it over the trap and control it and still keep it on the green, I think it's a brilliant shot.
Run from left of the green.
Yeah, just another one of the little gullies just ran through. But as we mentioned, certainly a good miss, sort of chipping across the slope up and over into a little bit of a bowl. It almost just comes up again at the end, so it's quite a comfy shot, really. A little bit surprised that Rose's ball's not been marked. A slightly different angle, but it is, I would say, in the eye line. Bags of green to play with.
Came out so low and so hard. Weird shot from John Rahm there. He's normally very good on shots like that.
I got the feeling this is going to be a full out swing, trying to pitch on the ledge just short of the green. McIlroy, you can get under this, but it is pretty heavy. Down breeze, down hill all the way.
That's a great shot. It's one of them shots that's so easy in that rough for the face just to turn over, and you can end up hitting it sort of 30-foot past. That's a great shot.
You know, Thomas, everyone.
Impressive iron players I've ever seen, and this is a great start to his Open Championship.
And first player to post a 67. One shot behind the two co-leaders in Fleetwood and the South African amateur Lampert. Another look at this putt.
Again, Hovland here just trying to clear up for par. Yeah. Solid there.
And a par, a good two-putt for Hovland. Playing companion Justin Thomas hit a poor chip and followed his birdie at 5 with a bogey, so falls back to 1 over par.
This is Phil Mickelson. So he's hit his drive up to here, and I think that's the one I saw running through the legs of Colin Morikawa when that's what they were laughing at. But he putted it up there at Mickelson for 2. That was a drive of 358 yards from Mickelson at the age of what, 52, 53? He
can still move it out there, can't he? Van Gask with a the French are making hay at the moment. A couple under for Romain.
Yeah, this is what's facing you on the 6th, and there you can see the pins at the back of the green, and you really don't want to go long. Look at all those blue ones over the green there.
204, Thomas, but there's just a subtle downslope around by the hole, so really anything just short right of this. So easy to go long on that right to left breeze. Almost picks up pace once it takes its second bounce.
Where's my super?
He's overcooked this. Yeah, that's into the bunker. And that's not going to be easy, that one.
Well, luckily he got down in the middle of the bunker, not close to the face.
As you're saying, Mickelson, Harrington, what they're doing, the distance they're both hitting it is incredible. And that's it, rolls it in for birdie as well. That long driving's paying off.
Two fairways, 3 greens for John Rahm so far. Not ideal. Right to left, strong right to left for McIlroy. Naturally draws the ball. So something just down that right edge will find the middle of the putting surface. Good set of par 3s this week. 204, looking all the way.
It's so hard to get it back there, and as I said, I think all the guys are going to take a club less and try and shape it in there, and if they can pitch it just under the bank and let it run up, then take it. If it stays there, it stays there.
That's a swing that everyone comes to see right there. Just absolute poetry from last week's winner and the last winner of the Open Championship here at Royal Liverpool.
Yeah, you're spot on, Beef. Absolutely, that's the play. Hit it under the hill, and if it gets on top, so be it. If not, no damage done. A couple of hooks off the last tee. Pull hooks, actually, for Rose. Normally such a strong tee to green player.
Yeah, that looked a bit of golf swing from Justin Rose. It's on the perfect line, but the same result as most people we've seen. But 204 to the flag, 209 to the back edge. You're never going to take it on, are you?
Thomas, how much in an Open Championship in your prep work do you take and work on your long lag putting?
Oh, it's key. I remember walking around in one of my early Opens with David Ledbetter. He just kept saying to me, long putts, lagging them up there, lagging them up there. It's so important for this week. 3 putts can kill you.
2 on 5 under par 66 in this opening round of the 101st Royal Liverpool Open. Max Homa 1 under through 4. Many think that he has a major championship in his not too distant future. Same score for Tyrrell Hatton. How exciting would it be to see the Englishman win? Danny Willett, former Masters champion. He's on even par through 9, and the back 9 is going to be interesting. Hovland ready to go with the driver.
Just give it everything he has, Victor Hovland. Oh, that's beautiful. It's no problem. That kind of rough there is no problem for these players. It's easy to get the strike.
Morikawa's third shot to 5. He's opened up the green a bit on this left side. Let's see what he can do here. Oh, just trying to sort of cut that back into the wind a little bit. It's a good shot there.
Well, Brian Harman's had a wonderful front 9, 3 under par. But this is for par on the 10th. That's just pulled it a fraction and it went right straight off the putter head. And that's a drop shot, back to 2 under.
Tyrrell, this doesn't look too easy here. He's got to just land this just over the bunker. Let it roll down.
Tell you what, to good shot. He had to pick that up, Beef, didn't he? It looked like he had to pick it up, not to hit the lip.
It's Ron playing that second shot out of the bunker. So it's a nice shot there. Well played.
And a couple of very, very good bunker shots there.
Hard to find top players that you don't admire their short games. You always had such a great short game, such a great imagination around the greens, Thomas.
Yeah, but there's still a few around that, you know, they obviously they hit good shots around the green, but sometimes they struggle with it. There's standouts, but it's funny how some people get credited with a great short game and some people don't. And you talked about it before with Rory McIlroy. He doesn't really get credited with a great short game, but I think that's because his long game is so massively impressive, so that's what we love talking about. Excellent putt from Holmer. 2 under par. Lovely start.
Neiman at 7 for a birdie. He's got a good chance here. But he's having that second look. He might have just misread that a little bit.
Anthony, with the way things are going, getting in later into the round, how much is the wind coming up? You're getting closer to the sea rather than the start of the golf course?
Yeah, it's sort of cooling a little. It's beautiful out here. The atmosphere is just incredible. There's so many people with this match. Everything I would say is firmed up a little bit. We had a lot of rain on Tuesday, and no question it's firming up. I think the wind's doing that as much as the sunshine. It's a good club and a half out here, mostly across the holes as well. Justin Rose putting up pretty much stone dead from the front edge. And now McIlroy, similar sort of line, just right to left as it approaches the step up the green. Just dying it really off that right side.
That early walk is always an indication of maybe that's not going to get to the hole. I've definitely walked a few times like that, Thomas.
Yeah, we all got kind of the same manners, don't we, around when things are not going our way. It's very easy to tell with players what kind of shot they've hit.
I think one of the most telling things can be, Anthony, the body language after a miss, whether a player hit a good putt or hit it offline.
Yeah, sometimes the shoulders just drop, don't they, after the shot. Definitely silence here. This is quite large, I think, for McIlroy. It's not been the 6 holes he would have thought after a good start. Pretty flat.
That's a confident putt from McIlroy. And you're right, Anthony. It's not been the start he was looking for. He hit a couple of loose shots early on. He got away with it on 2, but he's just not making the most of it right now. Long way to go, though.
Yeah, conditions are good for an afternoon tee-off, Thomas. You know what it's like. You're hoping you're not going to get a real strong breeze. They don't have that. It's manageable. It's reasonably warm out here, so the numbers are good. They're not fighting anything, really. Par 3's a key. Keeping out of the bunkers. There's another one. There's loads. It's a great design this week.
Top quality save there.
All pars to start for the number 3 ranked player in the world.
Hovland out of the left-hand rough. Not a bad lie, but all the angle against him from 160 down the breeze.
That was high. That was very high. That's a Good shot. Is it going to hang on? Yeah, it just hangs on the back edge. That's an excellent shot from where he was.
Morikawa for birdie here at 5 after his third shot. He's got a good chance here. Just veered off left there. I think it looks like that could be a tricky one to read from that angle.
We head further on to the golf course on the 15th hole. This is Adrian Otegi. This is for eagle. Just misses the sprinkler head. Going to come back. Not quite. Well, it came back in the end, but when it was way past the hole. A tricky one left there for birdie.
Former world #1 and major champion Dustin Johnson. This is for birdie at 12. Not bad pace from distance, especially putting into the breeze. Not really a wind yet. Hope we get a wind at least one day. Just makes things interesting. Ron ready at the 7th.
We will, Jay. It's coming.
It's also nice. I mean, he's sitting in here in the warmth of a commentary booth and hoping it's going to be bad on these guys.
Yes, yes. You can tell he's retired from golf. The murmuration just gone over the back of the tee. Beautiful set of birds just appeared out of nowhere. In out the left. A fairway you need to find, bunkers left and right.
Just up into the primary rough, but it looks pretty sparse. The rough here this week is a bit spotty due to the dry spring.
Certainly you pick your battles this week, Jay. There's a few heavy spots, actually, more with driver, I think, than irons. But 3 good drivers of the ball. McIlroy obviously one of the best, if not the best. Hugging that left side. Almost cutting the ball at the minute. Loves that shape. Now he has it.
Mashed potato!
War bunkers down there.
Just over 305 to carry, and with a crosswind left to right, not a problem.
Catch that tee. Up on the green, Tony Finau. It's a difficult pin to get close to this over those bunkers. But you kind of want to putt from the back of the green. It's slow up the hill, be aggressive, and that's a nice putt.
Otegi just trying to knock this in for a birdie. Move to 3 under. Lovely. Dead centre. It's a good 2-putt there.
Otegi's the only one on that small first page of the leaderboard out on the golf course. A lot of gas there at the bottom as well. 3 under and 2 under par, but they're all chasing Christo Lamprecht and Tommy Fleetwood. 66s this morning. They lead the way here at the 101st. Former champion Stuart Sink with a wonderful 68 for the over 50. Scheffler round in 70. Good opening rounds, not overbearing or anything, but they're right in there with a chance. Only 4 backs. We head down to Hovland.
Yeah, he can be aggressive with this one. Just about 40 feet. I don't think he's hit that anywhere near hard enough. Nope. Comes up a few feet short. Good line though.
Good look down at the 6th green, and a couple of beautiful bunkers. Beautiful to look at. Not too beautiful when you're in them, but Morikawa has just missed the 2nd one up the left.
You just wonder how a ball gets there without going in that bunker.
The bunkers here aren't large, are they? But they play larger because the ball wants to collect into the bunker with the slopes.
How would you play this, Thomas?
All I see there is just bump it into the hill there around those two just left of those 2 sprinklers. Just kind of stick it back in your stance a bit, shut the face down a little bit, make sure you get that forward bounce. He just didn't pitch that far enough, so it was a little bit flatter where the ball landed and just kind of scooted on. You wanted to pitch that a little bit further, was a bit more upslope, and then it just kind of bounces up, one bounce up on the green and then rolls on.
It's Justin Thomas for birdie. Again, it's so tough to get close to this pin today with downwind being over the traps. Yeah, a decent putt. As I said, it's not a real hole you're going to be looking at trying to get close for a birdie putt there.
This is the 8th fairway, working Neiman. It's a little bit of an awkward stance there, ball below his feet, but it's only a short distance in here. And he does the right thing, right into the centre of the green. Every time you just got a little bit of an awkward stance, a little bit, you should just...
Particularly slow one here, Anthony.
Actually, they're a nice, comfortable pace, but this is slow.